Welcome to the Big Fat Valorant quiz of the year. For those of you who weren't there yesterday on my Twitch channel taking part, this is basically a nice little test for you to, work out your Valorant knowledge. I'll be honest with you, some of these questions are very, very hard, but feel free to use the quiz, share it with your friends, whatever you want to do, and test your knowledge in Valorant. But with that said, let's dive in. But just before we dive into the quiz, today we need to talk about the sponsor of the video, which is Gosu Academy, who are running a 10-day bootcamp, which starts very, very soon on January the 2nd. So you only have a couple days now to sign up if you want to take part in the bootcamp. And let me tell you why I think that this is the best way to rank up in Valorant, or at least get better at Valorant pretty quickly, because not only will you get the theoretical side from coaches like myself, I'll run a session, and Anders and Neil Zinho, two very, very experienced tier 1 coaches themselves. Not only will you get the theoretical side, but you also get the practical side, where you'll be playing alongside in 10-man sessions, getting VOD reviews with other people as a part of the bootcamp. And I think that that is so much better to try and learn from than, say, a normal ranked game, right? In your normal ranked game, you might have teammates that aren't coming, right? You might end up just playing retake simulator and 1v5s the whole time. You're not going to learn anything from that, right? Whereas in this, you will get a more structured approach with people who also are trying to learn and get better at the game. You'll have serious comps, you'll have serious, people coming to you as well. It will be a good environment to try and learn in, and then you combine that theoretical element with the practical element as well, and I can guarantee that you will get better at Valorant. And actually, there is a guarantee, because if in the first 3 days you don't like what you're getting out of it, right, then you can have your money back, no questions asked as well. So there's a risk-free guarantee. You sign up. If it's not for you after the first 3 days, then you can leave with all of your money still in your pocket as well. So sign up for the bootcamp today in the link in the description or in the pinned comment down below. And thanks to Gosu Academy for sponsoring the video. So first, let's explain the rules and format. So there's going to be 5 rounds of 10 questions each. The rounds will be general knowledge, economics, geography, history, and sport, obviously all to do with Valorant. Each question will have 4 options to choose from. In each round, the questions will, kind of get progressively harder. We'll start easier and end up pretty hard by the end of each round. We will review the answers at the end of each round for you to keep score. So I'm going to do 10 questions and then 10 answers, and then 10 questions and 10 answers, etc. Obviously, you could cheat in this. It's very easy to. You can just pause me at any time and go and Google the answer if you really want to, but obviously try not to would be my advice for you all, because it will ruin it somewhat. But give it your best shot, see how many you can get right. I'm going to be honest with you, no one would get all of these right, or at least no one would be able to know 100% some of these answers. Even Valorant devs that have worked on the game, I can guarantee, would not know, especially one question in particular. See if you can guess which question that is. I'm sure it'll be pretty obvious when it comes up. But let's start with general knowledge. My face is going to go away from the screen, and I'm just going to go whiz through it. If you need time to think about a question or anything like that, feel free to pause the video and have a little think to yourself, but try not to cheat whilst you're doing that. So let's start. Question number 1. In what year was Valorant released? Was it 2018, 2019, 2020, or 2021? Question number 2. As of patch 5.12, how many agents are in the game? Is it 16, 18, 20, or 22? Question number 3. What class has the most agents as of patch 5.12? Is it the controller class, sentinels, duelists, or initiators? Question number 4. How much damage does a Vandal body shot do at 0 to 50 meters? Is it 30 damage, 35 damage, 40 damage, or 45 damage? Question number 5. How long does it take to plant the spike in Valorant? Is it 3.5 seconds, 4 seconds, 4.5 seconds, or 5 seconds? Question number 6. Which agent is unlocked upon starting a new account? Is it Viper, Cypher, Breach, or Phoenix? So you get 5 agents to start with. Which of these is a part of those initial 5? Question number 7. Which of these guns does not have a Reaver skin? Is it the Bulldog, the Guardian, the Spectre, or the Odin? Question number 8. Who is the employee of the month at Icebox? Is it John, Paul, George, or Ringo? Question number 9. Which of these is not a title you can use in the game as a part of your player card? Is it the Liar, Guilty, Chicken, or Thief? And question number 10. The final epilogue card in the current Battle Pass features which agent? Is it Neon, Jet, Phoenix or Killjoy? Okay, so now let's go over the answers to those general knowledge questions. So starting with question number 1, Valorant was released in 2020, of course. Question number 2, there are 20 agents currently in the game. Question number 3, the duelists, there are 6 duelists currently in the game. There's 5 controllers, 5 initiators, and 4 sentinels, but it is the duelists that have the most. A Vandal body shot does 40 damage at 0 to 50 meters. It takes 4 seconds to plant the spike in Valorant, 7 to defuse, but 4 to plant. Which agent is unlocked as a part of the initial 5? That would be Phoenix. You have Sage, Jet, Brim, and Sova, I think, are the other 4 alongside Phoenix that you start with. Question number 7, the Bulldog is the one of these that does not have a Reaver skin. Question number 8 is Paul, who is the Employee of the Month. I think there's a player card as well with that on, but it is Paul who is the Employee of the Month at Icebox. Thief is actually the title that you can't use in the game as a part of your player card. This is one that tricked a lot of people on the Twitch quiz, so well done if you knew this one. And the final epilogue card in the current Battle Pass features Phoenix as well. It's him with a bunch of shoes in the background there as well. Okay, moving on to round number 2, which is economics. You will need to do some addition here and know the costs of different things in Valorant. Let's dive straight in. Okay, question number 11. As of patch 5.12, the current patch, how much does an operator cost? Is it 4,500, 4,700, 5,000, or 5,200? Question number 12. As of patch 5.12, how much does a Bucky cost? Is it 800, 850, 900, or 950 credits? Question number 13. Which of these utility pieces costs the most? Is it Harbor's Cove, Brimstone's Molly, Sova's Aldrone, or Raze's Boombot? Question number 14. How much does it cost to buy Omen's full kit minus his 1 free ability? So we'll get the free ability, but how much does the rest of it cost to fully buy? Is it 600, 650, 700, or 750? Question number 15, add these together. A Bulldog, half shields, 2 breach flashes, and a shorty. Does that come to 3,000 credits, 3,100, 3,200, or 3,300? Question number 16, how many credits would you get if in the previous round you won the round, you got 2 kills, and you planted the spike? Would you get 3,400, 3,500, 3,600, or 3,700? Question number 17, changed in patch 5.12, how much health does a chamber trademark now have? Is it 1, 10, 20, or 30? Question number 18, as of patch 5.12, which agent has the cheapest full kit to buy, assuming they have their free ability? Is it Astra, Harbor, Viper, or Cypher? Question number 19, on average, which class has the highest cost to buy their full kits? So this is the overall total of all the kits in that class divided by the amount of agents in that class. So for duelists, it would be divided by 6. Is it the controllers, the duelists, the initiators, or the sentinels? And question number 20, as of patch 5.12, how many 8 cost ultimates are there in the game? Is it 5, 6, 7, or 8? Now to the answers, and it is 4,700 that an operator costs. A Bucky for question number 12 costs 850 credits. Question number 13, Sova's Aldrone costs 400 credits, which is tied for the most, I think, with Sage's Barrier Orb. Question number 14, it costs 600 to buy Omen's full kit. You get the 1 free smoke, of course. That extra smoke costs 150. The Paranoia changed pretty recently to 250, so those together are 400. And then you have 2 Shrouded Steps to buy. Those are both 100 each, so 200 overall, and that brings you to 600. Question number 15, a Bulldog, half shields, 2 breach flashes, and shorty is 3,100 credits. Bulldog 2,050, half shields 400, 2 breach flashes 500, so that's 2,950 altogether, and then a shorty is 150 to bring you to 3,100. Question 16, if you win the round, you get 3,000 credits. 2 kills would get you 400, it's 200 for each kill, and planting the spike would get you 300, so 3,700 overall. Change of patch 5.12, the chamber trademark now has 20 health. From 1, it went to 20 alongside a bunch of other utility as well. Question number 18, Astra has the cheapest kit to buy. Assuming you get the 1 free star, you then only have 3 to buy, so you end up with a cost of 450 for Astra's whole kit. Question number 19, on average, it is the Sentinels. This is one that tricked a lot of people as well. A lot of people thought this was the Initiators in Twitch quiz, but if you remember that Chamber has to buy all of his Headhunter bullets, that's a lot of bullets for Chamber to need to buy, and so he brings the average way up for Sentinels, and they end up being the highest cost of any. And question number 20, there are 8 cost ultimates in the game. They changed a couple of them recently, like the Viper's Pit and the Breach ult, to be 8 cost ults, but there now are 8 cost ultimates in the game. Okay, round 3 is geography. We'll be taking a look at some pictures of different places on different maps, and you know, some other geography related questions in Valorant. So, question number 21. Boathouse is a callout on which map? Is it Ascent, Bind, Breeze, or Fracture? Question number 22. I want you to take a look at this image right here. I've obviously covered up the map on the top left there, but what map is this image a part of? That is your question. Is it Ascent, Icebox, Breeze, or Pearl? Feel free to go back and take a look at the room again if you want. Question number 23. Split is located in which country? Is it South Korea, Japan, China, or Indonesia? Question number 24 is what country does Cypher originate from? Is he from Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, or Egypt? Question number 25, which map contains a bench with the face of Tom Kench on it? Is it on Ascent? Is that bench on Bind, Haven, or Split? Question number 26, take a look at this image as well. And again, same question as the one before. What map is this image from? What map is this room from? This isn't actually a playable location, neither was the one before. But what map is this on? Is it on Fracture, Haven, Pearl, or Split? Question number 27 is what is the comic book store called on Pearl? Is it Radianite Comics, Kingdom Comics, Omega Comics, or High Tide Comics? Question number 28, the range is located in which country? Is it the USA, France, Italy, or Brazil? Question number 29 is how many breakable snowmen are there on Icebox? Is it 0, 1, 2, or 3? And to be fair, it's possible there might be some that I couldn't find, but I'm pretty sure that there is only this amount. And then finally, question number 30 is I want you to take a look at this image here and tell me what number is on this girl's shorts. And this is a part of Pearl. There's a little football shop as a part of Pearl, and this is a little photograph that's in the corner of that shop, and this girl has a number on her shorts. What number is on her shorts? Is it 3, 5, 7, or 9? So going through the answers of that round, then we have Boathouse is obviously a part of Ascent. The room was on Icebox, that first room we saw. Split is located in Japan. Cypher is from Morocco. The bench with Tom Kench on it is Ascent. You can't bench the Kench. Question number 26 was Split, so that was the second one, the kind of coffee shop looking place that was on Split. Question number 27 was High Tide Comics. This is in the Defender spawn on Pearl, and it's called High Tide Comics. The range is in Italy, same as Ascent. There are 3, or at least 3 breakable snowmen on Icebox that I could find. Who knows, there might be more, but I found 3. And question number 30 was 5. She's wearing the number 5 on her shorts. And if any of you actually knew that, I would be absolutely shocked. You might have guessed it, but I don't think even a single dev on Valorant would actually know that that was the answer. So now let's come to round number 4, history and lore. So this is all about Valorant's, lore stuff or things that, have happened in the game's past. So, question number 31. What was Valorant's code name? So this is before it came out. Was it Project A, Project X, Project V, or Project Z or Z? Question number 32. Canonically, who is the oldest agent with a known age? So there are certain agents like Omen and KO who don't have a known age, but of those that do, which one is the oldest? Is it Viper, Breach, Brimstone, or Cypher? Question number 33. Who destroyed the Radiant Collider at Fracture? Was it Neon, KO, Chamber, or Killjoy? Question number 34. Which was the 5th map to be released in Valorant? So this counts the initial 3 that came as a part of the first release of the game. Then which was the 5th map that you could play in Valorant? Was it Breach, Icebox, Ascent, or Haven? Question number 35. Who was the first new agent released in patch 1.0? So when the game first fully released out of beta, Who came with it? Was it Breach, Killjoy, Sky, or Reyna? Question number 36. In the Valorant protocol, who is agent number 1? Is it Sage, Viper, Brimstone, or Jet? Question number 37. Which agent number is currently missing from the game? Is it 8, 11, 13, or 16? So there are 20 agents in the game, but Harbor is agent number 21 because one number is missing. Which one is it? Question number 38. What event took place that gave people powerful abilities in the world of Valorant? Was it the First Light, the Awakening, the New Age, or a fresh start? Question number 39. Which of these is not a name of a Valorant cinematic? Is it Duality, Retake, Warm Up, or Detonate? And question number 40, who is canonically the shortest agent? So obviously in the game, all agents are the same height for balance purposes, but canon-wise, who's the shortest? Is it Jet, Raze, Reyna, or Neon? And the answers to those questions, question number 31, Valorant was Project A. Brimstone is the oldest agent. Obviously, he's the old dog. Chamber destroyed the Radiant Collider. If you remember when Chamber was coming out, that was kind of a big part of his lore. Question number 34, Icebox was the 5th map to be released. You had the initial 3, then Ascent, then Icebox, and then Breeze. The newest agent, or the first new agent, was Reyna, who came out with patch 1.0. In the Valorant protocol, Brimstone is agent number 1, and it is number 8 that is missing from the game for question number 37. Question number 38, it was the First Light is the event that took place. Question number 39, Detonate is not one of the cinematics. And question number 40, Neon is canonically the shortest agent, though it is pretty close with Jet and Raze as well. Okay, finally, let's finish with round 5, which is sport, and this, of course, will be esports, essentially. And if you are a fan of this channel, then, hopefully you will be doing pretty well at this one, as, we do tend to focus a lot on what is going on in the Valorant esports world. So, question number 41. Who won the Game Changers Championship in November? Was it Cloud9 White, G2 Gozen, Shopify Rebellion, or Team Liquid Brazil? Question number 42. Which region has won the most international LANs so far? Is it APAC, NA, Brazil, or EMEA? Question number 43. Which Korean team took part in the 2021 Masters Reykjavik? So this was the first international tournament. Was it Damwon Gaming, Newturn, Vision Strikers, or F4Q? Question 44. Paper Rex played Astra, Neon, Fade, Yoru, and which other agent in their game versus FPX in Copenhagen? So this was the Masters Copenhagen final on Breeze. They played those 4 agents, and which other agent? Was it Breach, Chamber, Cypher, or Viper? Question number 45. Who owns the record for the highest ACS at an international LAN? Is it Tens, Ye, CNED, or Durka? Question number 46. Which agent had the highest pick rate in one international LAN with 42%? So within one tournament, which agent had the highest of all time? Is it Jet, Chamber, Astra, or Sova? Question number 47. Who did Edward Gaming beat in the East Asia LCQ to go to Champs 2022? Was it Crazy Raccoons, Reject, Onslayers, or Northeption? So in the grand final of the East Asian LCQ, who did Edward Gaming beat? Question number 48. Who was the first team Zeta Division beat in Reykjavik 2022? So they went on that miracle run, of course, but who was the first team that they beat? Was it Fnatic, G2, NIP, or Team Liquid? Question number 49. Which map has been played on the most at international LANs? Is it Ascent, Bind, Haven, or Icebox? And finally, the last question of the quiz. Question number 50. Who owns the record for the most total deaths at an international LAN? Is it Victor, FNS, Angel, or Zipan? And so let's go through those answers. Question number 41, G2 Gozen, of course, won the Game Changers Championship. EMEA has won the most international LANs, 3 if you count just the VCT, 4 if you count obviously the Game Changers in there as well, 2 for NA and 1 for Brazil. Newturn were the team that took part in Masters Reykjavik 2021. They defeated Vision Strikers, who are now DRX, in a pretty big upset, but actually did pretty well. I think they came 4th in that tournament. Paper X played Astra, Neon, Fade, Yoru, and Breach in their game against FPX in Copenhagen on Breeze. A very famous comp for being completely out outlandish and shocking, of course. On Breeze as well, no Viper, no Sentinel, very weird, but very fun. Question 45, the highest ACS was actually, it's still tens at the first international tournament. He still owns that record. Question number 46, it was actually Jet at Masters Reykjavik this year, not the first ever international LAN, but Masters Reykjavik this year. Jet had an 82% pick rate. Chambers' highest, I think, was around 77, so just narrowing it out there was Jet. Question 47, Edward Gaming beat Onslayers in the East Asian LCQ to go to Champs 2022. Question 48, the first team that Zeta Division beat in Reykjavik 2022 was Fnatic. They lost their first game to DRX, then beat Fnatic, then beat NIP, then they actually lost to G2, and then beat Team Liquid. So they did play all of the teams that were options there. Question number 49, it's actually Haven that has been played the most at international LANs. Very, very close between Ascent and Haven. Icebox coming in a pretty close third as well, and then Bind is quite some way off, but it is actually Haven, which actually was played a lot in 2021, a lot more than Ascent. We've seen more Ascent this year, but Haven across both years was played more. And question 50, the record for the most total deaths at an international LAN was Angel, very narrowly beating Zipan actually, and Victor and FNS weren't too far behind either, but it is Angel at Masters Copenhagen. And so that was the Big Fat Valorant quiz of the year. I hope you enjoyed it. You know, some interesting questions in there. Let me know, you know, what you got as a score down in the comments down below. I'd be shocked. I mean, I think it is somewhat impossible for someone without being extremely lucky to get everyone right. I think the best we got on kind of the Twitch was, you know, around like only a couple wrong, you know, around that kind of 46, 47 kind of range in terms of what, you know, the top getters were getting in the quiz when I ran it on Twitch. So if you got anything close to that, you know, that's pretty well done, because there are some very tough questions in there. So well done if you did pretty well in the quiz, and I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you all next year.